Good afternoon. Today we will discuss about the nervous system. In this video, we are going to learn the development and subdivisions of the nervous system. The nervous system serves information processing. In the most primitive forms of organization, this function is assumed by the sensory cells. These sensory cells are excited by stimuli coming from the environment. The excitation is conducted to a muscle cell through a cellular projection or process. The simplest response to environmental stimuli is achieved in this way. Position of the nervous system in the body. The central nervous system is divided into brain, encephalon, and the spinal cord. Spinal cord is also known as medulla spinalis. Okay, the central nervous system is divided into the brain and the spinal cord. Brain is also known as encephalon and the spinal cord is also known as medulla spinalis. The brain in the cranial cavity is surrounded by the bony capsule. The spinal cord in the vertebral column is enclosed by the bony vertebral column. Both are covered by meninges that enclose a cavity filled with a fluid, the CSF, that is cerebrospinal fluid. The CNS is protected from all sides by the bony walls and the cushioning effect of the fluid. And the peripheral nervous system includes the cranial nerves and the spinal nerves. The spinal nerves emerges through holes or foramen in the base of the skull, and spinal nerves which emerges through spaces between the vertebrae, that is intervertebral foramen. The peripheral nerves extend to muscles and skin areas. They form nerve plexuses before entering the limb, that is brachial plexus and lumbosacral plexus. The main structural and functional unit of the nervous system is neuron. The neuron has from one neuron to another neuron. These two neurons communicates through synapses. There are two types of synapses generated in our body. First one is electrical synapses and second one is chemical synapses. Electrical synapses are for adjacent cells. These adjacent cells can communicate through pores called gap junctions. Cells linked by gap junctions are electrically coupled. This facilitates the transmission of impulse from one cell to another cell. Gap junctions in neurons are therefore also called electrical synapses. And second one is neurotransmitters. Neurotransmitters are the chemical synapses, and the most widely distributed neurotransmitter substances are acetylcholine, glutamate, gamma amino butyric acid, that is also known as GABA, and glycine. And norepinephrine, dopamine also act as transmitters, and also serotonin. Many neuropeptides act not only as hormones in the bloodstream but also as neurotransmitters in the synapses. Weight of the brain. The average weight of the human brain ranges from 1250 grams to 1600 grams. The average weight of a male brain is 1350 grams, while by the female it is 1250 grams, 100 grams weight by lesser than male brain. by the age of 20, the brain is supposed to have reached its maximum weight. In old age, the brain usually loses weight and brain atrophy occurs. The weight of the brain does not indicate the intelligence of the person. Okay, so coming to the nervous system, neuroanatomy, it's divided into four subheadings. First, structures of the central nervous system, the brain stem, pathways in the central nervous system, the blood supply and the cerebrospinal fluid. Structures of the central nervous system includes basal ganglia, cerebrum, cerebellum, the meninges, pineal gland, pituitary gland, and gray matter. The brain stem includes the midbrain and the medulla oblongata and pons. The pathways of the central nervous system includes ascending path and descending paths. Blood supply and cerebrospinal fluid also. And coming to the spinal cord or spinal medulla is located in the channel of the spinal column, the vertebral canal, and is surrounded by cerebrospinal fluid. It has two spindle-shaped swellings, one in the neck region, the cervical enlargement, and one in the lumbar region, the lumbar enlargement. Nerve fibers enter dorsolaterally and emerge ventrolaterally at the both sides of the spinal cord. These nerve fibers unite to form dorsal roots, posterior roots, ventral roots, and anterior roots. Spinal cord and vertebral column. The spinal cord and vertebral canal are initially of the same length. The nervous system, autonomic nervous system, consists of two components, sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. The interaction of these two systems keeps the interior organization of the organism constant. Thank you.